Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this particular video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, tension is currently very high in Kenya Kwanza. For those who follow the politics of this country very closely, William Samoei Arap Ruto met with the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament and he issued them with strict instructions to vote yes to finance bill. But members of parliament are finding the finance bill to be very unpopular. And some of them are actually unable to even explain it to their voters.
Lazima tuambiane ukweli. Mimi ni mkale kabisa, mkale original. Mimi nataka tu niwaombe ya kwamba hakuna hata kitu kingine. Dawa ya hii nchi, na munisikize vizuri, kama wewe ni wa Kenya Kwanza, kama wewe ni wa ODM, ama wewe ni nini. Dawa ya hii Kenya ni kusupport Raila Amolo Odinga 100%. Ile siku tutaenda maandamano, na munisikize vizuri. Watu kutoka Mount Kenya mujitokeze tuende barabara. Wale watu kutoka Eldoret tunaingia barabara. Kama mnafikiria bado tunacheza, mngojee hiyo siku. Hata nimetaka nimwambie Raila, umechelewa sana. Unangojea nini? Tangaza hii mambo tuende kesho barabara.
But today the bill was brought before the House and members of parliament are currently debating that bill. But one woman is defiant. Gathoni Wa Muchoma, the Githunguri member of parliament. She's actually one of the vocal Kenya Kwanza members of parliament who are opposed to this bill from the Mount Kenya region. And earlier today, Wamuchomba was on Inoro TV, where he delivered bad news to William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Wamuchomba is defiant.
Acio maroiga niko haka tukana niko heo heto mbeca ni aria maroiga mahete mbeca ri riria ndirahuraga ndarama ciao rucine na hwaini tukiunaga tugokira tene mandihite mbeca cigana ndwe ngigituya ihi ni moithe ndwe ndio marakiuga mandihite mbeca cigana uhoro wa gutuikaga ati mujumbe angiaria kihoto kiria ahetwo ni hinya na gatiba gaka tondu gaka niko kahete hinya.
She told these people that she's going to vote no to the bill and that if they want, they can recall her. And that if they like, they can expel her from the party. And that she's actually willing to go back to the people. And during that particular show, according to information I have, almost 90% of people who called during that live show supported Wamuchomba. And that is what is worrying Kenya Kwanza. And later today, Wamuchomba was also in parliament and she delivered a powerful speech on this particular bill. What will William Ruto do to Wamuchomba? That's what I want us to look at in this particular video. What next? Before we do that, I want you to listen to Wamuchomba before we proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people of Kenya. I rise to oppose. For the welfare of the people of Kenya that qualifies them to eat well, eat a meal or 3 meals a day. That is the way to make the welfare of our people better. And for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, it is our business as a the representative of this house to make sure that our people live happily, improve their welfare, and make them feel they are sovereign according to the Constitution of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I am elected in Githunguri constituency. My people cannot afford a meal a day. The cost of living is too high. The cost of unga is too high for them to have better welfare. Mr. Speaker, I have gone to my people in Githongori constituency, and they have told me very loudly that the government of Kenya, through the Finance Bill Proposal 2023, it is punitive, it is oppressive, and it is scandalous. We started off with issue of housing. We came up with contribution. We moved from contribution. We made it a levy. We have moved from the levy. Now we are calling it a task. Is that not scandalous? For the welfare and the society and the just government of the people, I, Gathoni Wa Muchoma, say no to an oppressive bill. Thank you.
Now that's Wamuchomba. And the question is, what will William Ruto do to Wamuchomba after the bill? Because for me, this bill is either going to fall or it's going to sail through. If you ask me, there is no way that bill is going to fall. It's going to go through, which means William Ruto is comfortable wherever he is. But the fact that Wamuchomba can actually come out and oppose him, and the people on the ground, especially from the mountain, can listen to her whenever she's speaking, means that something somewhere is wrong. So in this video, I want us to look all those. Before we do that, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, without any further ado, let us go into this Wamuchomba, William Ruto, Kenya Kwanza, and finance bill politics. The first thing I'm seeing is likely to happen is that Ruto might be tempted to take action against Wamuchomba. Either punish her, remove her from committees, but that's going to put William Ruto in a serious dilemma and in an awkward situation. I'm saying this because if you look at William Ruto and how he's been trying to project himself, William Ruto has been trying to project himself and Kenya Kwanza as Democrats. And that's why they always have problems with Azimio members of parliament supporting. They don't have any problem with any Azimio member of parliament working with them. And they have always been very clear that it is within the constitutional rights of those Azimio members of parliament to actually support Kenya Kwanza government and to defy Azimio. And now the shoe is on the other feet, which means Wamuchomba is defying William Ruto. Is it now, according to William Ruto, her constitutional right? And will William Ruto now believe that Wamuchomba's move is actually democracy? Will he be able to kick her out of the party? Now that's something which I think Kenyans are going to wait to see how William Ruto is going to deal with Wamuchomba. The second thing here is that, and this is what is worrying Kenya Kwanza, is the impact of Wamuchomba's rebellion. Can it trigger a revolution in the mountain? Because let's face it, Kenya Kwanza, or UDA for that matter, managed to capture the imaginations of the voters of the mountain. They defied Uhuru Kenyatta and they followed William Ruto. William Ruto gave them promises, and some of these promises were never fulfilled. So as we speak, they have been laughing stock. Azimio guys have been laughing at them that, okay, it's you who proposed this, you voted for these guys as hustler, but it's no longer supports, it's no longer, the government no longer supports the policies which are geared towards helping the hustlers. So when Wamuchomba was on TV, I'm told she received a lot of support from ordinary Kenyans, especially those from the mountain, because the station is actually vernacular, which begs the question, can it trigger a rebellion in the mountain? Can more people now start coming out to join Wamuchomba to talk about some of these things. Because Wamuchomba is saying a lot of things. Some of them make sense. That there's a fallout between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, which they don't want the public to know. They're also saying that William Ruto is no longer serving the interest of the ordinary Kenyans. So that is the other question. Can it trigger a rebellion? That's normally how it starts. The third thing is basically which camp will Wamuchomba join? Because let's face it, William Ruto is a vengeful man. I don't think William Ruto is going to forgive Wamuchomba. And Wamuchomba understands this. So after the bill, because the bill is going to pass, and Wamuchomba is not going to be allowed anywhere near Ruto. So, which means she'll only have two options, either to remain in the middle or join Azimio camp. If she were to join Azimio camp, it will give Azimio that perception. It will add perceptual value to Azimio. But of course, she can decide to join Jubilee. Then Uhuru Kenyatta would now start having a voice. Because as we speak, there is no Jubilee member of parliament, especially those elected from the mountain, who are with the Uhuru. And remember, Wamuchomba is a former member, a former women rep for Kiambu, when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya. Is there a chance that Uhuru Kenyatta probably realized that he needed some members of parliament to be elected, and probably sponsored some of these people? And that's some of the questions which will be raised, especially in the mountain. Because if you look at the Muranga women rep, Betty Maina, was a close associate of Uhuru Kenyatta. She's now elected. Again, supporting Uhuru Kenyatta most of the time. Then we have Wamuchomba. Then we have the governor wa Barua. I no longer see him attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. Is there a chance that Uhuru Kenyatta planted some of these MPs, some of these leaders, to stand for various seats because he knew that Jubilee was already minced meal? I don't know, but I'm just trying to think. Number 4 is what will happen in the mountain, let's say in the next 2 or 3 years. If, for example, this bill is going to go through, and whatever is being promised in this bill, the million jobs will not come through. How will it impact on Kenya Kwanza, and how will it impact on people like Wamuchomba? So Alanyeti there. But importantly, and this is something which I know Kenya Kwanza are having sleepless nights about, the issue of the hustler narrative. Let's face it, William Ruto was elected the president of the Republic of Kenya because he was able to divide the country between the hustlers and the dynasty. For this particular bill, William Ruto has tried so hard to split it between those who are working and those who are not working, because he understands that majority of Kenyans are not working. The only challenge now is that if you want to go and buy unga, whether you're working or not, if the price goes up, it goes up for both of you. But that hustler narrative, will they move by people like Wamuchomba now dilute it? I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.